I was telling Tamara I have wanted to do this section for like, I don't know, 11, 12 years, and I just have never done it. Haven't ever been able to find anyone to go. I haven't, I've stopped prior to it because it's long and I didn't want to do it alone. And not this time. This time we're gonna do it and it's gonna be good. Hello. Okay, I'm at Monarch Pass. So pretty. Back there is the parking area I'm hiking from. And I spent the last day, well, half day. We got to Salida yesterday afternoon. Resupplied, ate some amazing food, exchanged gear, changed my backpack. Just some things like that. Got to talk to Casey and Audie, and just relaxed a little bit, ate some pizza, slept in a bed, took a shower, washed my clothes, all of those good things. And I went through my food like 3 times, no joke, at least 3 times. This morning I weighed my back and it was 38 pounds. I was like, I'm not doing this. I went through my food again, tossing crap out, drank a water bottle, and I'm like, okay, 33.5 pounds for 6 days of food and a guitar. I can probably hack that. I originally planned 5 days for this section, but Tamara and I got out a day early, and I was like, nope, I'm gonna head out because instead of doing 20-mile days, which would have been hard for me at this point, I can do like 17. And there might be a day or two in there where I go over that. So it'll be fine. But this will just be really great. Gives me an extra day to get there on the scheduled date so I can see Casey and Audie. And I'm just looking forward to seeing the country. I think, sorry, it's pretty high. I think one of my favorite things about backpacking is seeing how the country folds in and lays together, and how these clever people like designed the trail, and how you like meander through all of this crazy rough country to get to places. So I just love seeing what's over the next rise. My goal is Tank 7 Creek or past today. It's 11 miles. And we'll just see how I feel, because it's I think 3,000 or 3,000 feet of elevation getting to get there. Up and down and up and down. It's supposed to be rainy today, later today. So, and I have 6 days worth of food on my back, and I'm gonna have to pack a little bit of extra water today. So I am not planning on killing myself today, and I need to be taking care of myself for the rest of the trail. So that's my plan. And pretty darn sure there's going to be some people camped at Tank 7 Creek. So that's extra incentive. So I just tried to video this and then realized that the video wasn't on. It's funny. So I stopped a while ago to put sunscreen on because I had forgotten to do that while getting everything packed this morning. I left town with like a pretty much empty bottle of sunscreen. So I think I have enough for like my cheeks, my nose for the next 5 to 6 days if I wear this buff, which I got in Salida. Very glad I did. It's supposed to be kind of UV protection and help keep you cool. So I wet it down and put it on. Feels pretty good. I've met like 3 people so far, like the first hour, and all women, 2 younger girls I didn't really talk to while I was putting up my sunscreen, and then an older lady, well not older, she's like my age, older, so 40s, upper 30s, 40s, and she's an attorney from Colorado Springs who went to Oklahoma State University. And that's so funny. Her family's from Oklahoma. And she also started at the Chalk Creek Trailhead like 3 days ago. So that's pretty funny. We are on like the same schedule. She's also camping at Tank 7 Creek tonight. Wow. It's looking north. Those mountains over there are the one on the right is just above Monarch Pass. So that's kind of where I came from. It's about 3, a little after 3 in the afternoon, and clouds are building. Just trying to decide. I think I'm gonna hike on a couple miles. Looks like there's another stream. It'll get me up out of this valley a bit. And it's like 3:30, so yeah. She came up just as I was fixing to leave, so we decided to set up here because there's a big climb after this for like 4 miles. And I'm just waiting out for rain. It's about 4:20, something like that in the afternoon. Hello guys, how are ya? Happy morning. Good morning. I pretty much woke up at 4:30. My pad is holding air better, but it was mostly flat. And it was cold. It was cold this morning. I don't know, I'm guessing lower 40s, upper 30s. And so I was cold. I didn't want to lay there, so I packed up and left. And I'm just kind of hiking to stay warm. If I find a nice sunny place here before too long, I might eat breakfast. It's data in front of me. We're making the climb up to Sergeant's Mesa Trailhead. So it's a beautiful morning. It's warmed up a little bit. This mesa is so pretty. It's Sergeant's Mesa. I'm drying out my stuff up here. Came over and visited the soldiers down. And yep, just getting myself organized. Found the 5th week in ice that we had today in the stock tank. So, drying my stuff out because I had lots of condensation while I patch my pad. Anyway, it is gorgeous, like super high, like 11.6 up here, and we can see all of these mountains that ring us. You can see them behind back there. So pretty. Yeah. Looking forward to today's hike. So all my morning chores are finally done. And finally walking. I stopped and got water in a little stream. Probably enough to get me to Razor Creek, which is 12 miles away. Otherwise I'd have to make the climb. in and out of Baldy Lake, which I may go over and look at, but it's like 500 feet down and back. Maybe kind of hot by then. So we'll see how my water situation is at that point. It's about 6 miles. The trail has looked like this all day. Up, 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 down, 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 and rock, rock, rock. I've twisted my ankle twice, but we just took a long rest break at Baldy Lake. It's about 4 in the afternoon. We're gonna hike another, hopefully 5 to 6 miles before we set up camp. Up on the hill Baldy. That is quite a view. I don't know how far we can see, but heck of a long ways. Last night was eventful. We camped at the top of a point because there were some relatively flat spots. It is really, really hard to find anywhere to camp without dead trees hanging over you in this forest right now with all the beetle kill. So we picked our least likely to fall trees. And then we had a nice whopper of an electrical storm, rainstorm, windstorm. And I was just cowering in my tent praying to God that we would live to see the next day. And thankfully, He answered that prayer. Good morning. It's the morning of the third day out from Salida, and we have about 8 miles till we get to water. So we got a pretty good start around 6:30. I fell asleep until about 2:30, and something kind of woke me up again, and I could hear it, walking around out there a little bit. Not loud, like it really wasn't loud, just you'd hear a branch here and there break, and then I heard sniffing. Like, the classic, like what you would think of as sniffing. I was like, oh my gosh. And so I sat up, turned on my headlamp, and started just talking to it, and that's when I, of course, woke up and Dada. So she was kind of looking around, and she hadn't heard anything. She'd been asleep. I was like, well, I just heard sniffing for like the second time by my tent. Then like 10 minutes later, she heard it. And so that's when I got up out of the tent for the first time and started banging around. That was 2:45. And I did it every like 30 minutes or so until 4:30. It's a beautiful morning. It's cool. Everything's cool with the rain. So it's a good time to hike. And we've been going over these little steep peaks. So we camped on the first one last night. I just hiked one, and I'm heading up the third one. And then we get to go down like 4 miles to water. Our third Forest Service road walk like this today. It is hot outside. I'm really glad I have an umbrella. My feet are hot and tired. But we have about 5 miles to the creek where we're gonna camp. Lowe's Creek. Yesterday was long and hot, but we made it to Lowe's Creek. I don't know how far it was, 16 and a half miles or something. But yesterday afternoon was so hot. We stopped, took a break in the shade multiple times, we finally got to Lowe's Creek. It doesn't have very much water, but we got water and managed to stumble our way up the hill, set up tents. And it was super fun because we had like, I don't know, 10 other hikers join us, and then just down the road were like 5 or 6 more, so it felt like through hiking. It felt like, you know, we're kind of in a little bubble right now, so that's kind of fun. Because the night before we were like, didn't see anyone and had a really sleepless night. So I slept really good last night. I'm very excited about that. I think that's San Luis over there.
I mean, it would make sense.
This is so pretty. We follow the fence line down there. It's big open meadows. Oh my gosh, it's pretty. And we've been up and hiking since about 6:30. We've made it about 3.5 miles. And we're now at Manchego Creek, but it is so pretty out here this morning. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. So our goal today is somewhere along Cochetopa Creek. It'd be super fun to see Cochetopa Creek. I've read and read and read. I just remember one of the comments from the Colorado Trail book is hikers are so excited to see Cochetopa Creek after the long dry stretch. And I'm no different. It's been hot, dry, water sources have been few, far between, and slow. So Cochetopa Creek's gonna be a treat. And you better believe I'm going to rinse off and soak my feet and enjoy the water. But it's a little ways. I can't remember. Cochetopa Creek was like, I don't remember, 12 miles from where we camped last night or something. So it's still about 8 miles from here, or from where I'm at, 7-8 miles. But it's nice to get this open hiking done when it's cooler. Way off in the distance up here, that's like Snowmass Mountains and up there. So I looked at it with Peak View or Peak Finder. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Going to find our water source here at Ant Creek. It's kind of marshy. Oh, but I hear it. Oh, there it is. It's going down. Right there. Fill their water bottles. Refreshed, had some snack, drank some coffee, wet my shirt and buff. Cochetopa Creek, here we go. You can kind of smell the sage. Got my umbrella on while I'm walking, blocking the sun. It's pretty awesome. Doesn't get much better than this. Walking down the road, reveling in God's beauty, glory, and this amazing day. Thank you, Lord. Listen to Harry Potter. This whole area just reminds me of Gunnison, and I don't know, just super fun. I am loving this day. It's one of my favorites. Just big open park, rolling hills, little creeks and streams, cattle here and there. I mean, this is the life, people. It's gorgeous. I would love to bring people back here car camping. Super fun. See like 2 lines of footprints here in the road. It's kind of funny. And there is San Luis. We're gonna head up that valley and over the pass tomorrow. Well, today and tomorrow. It's pretty fun. I can even hear it. Look at all that water. Cochetopa Creek. Yay. Oh, I didn't start the video. That's funny. We just took a whole video about taking a bath. Yeah, we just took a bath in the creek and it was freezing cold but amazing. And now it's raining on us, which is really funny. So I'm gonna get dressed and eat some lunch. Here's our bathing spot. Right below a beaver dam, so it's a little bit shallower because it's like 3.5, 4 foot deep. But that was perfect. Look at all these yellow gorsey flowers.
I'm tired.
So we're gonna hit Cochetopa Creek and then we're gonna hike up a little ways. Probably try to do about the same, 16, 17-ish. And then tomorrow, Dad and I are gonna hike to the Creed cutoff. And she thinks her husband is gonna pick her up tomorrow evening. And I may hike on a few miles. From there, it's 14 miles to Spring Creek Pass. And Casey's gonna pick me up the next day. So I may hike a little ways, depends on when we get there and who's there and what. Maybe I'll only have like 10 miles to hike if I can get to the base of Snow Mesa before Saturday morning. And then I'll hike out and Casey can come pick me up. Yay!